Campaigning is in full swing for the third phase and fourth phase of India's parliamentary election. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed rallies at Satara, Solapur and Pune in Maharashtra. He also addressed a rally in Bagalkot, Karnataka. While the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge and Congress General Secretary was in Kalaburgi district of the same state of Karnataka. And Rahul Gandhi addressed rallies in Chhattisgarh and Gujarat.
Intense campaigning is underway for the third and fourth phases of polls for India's general elections. On Monday, India's Prime Minister was in Karnataka as well as in Maharashtra. In Karnataka, Prime Minister held rally in Bagalkote. While in Maharashtra, Prime Minister addressed public meetings in Satara and Solapur. Prime Minister slammed the opposition bloc for 5 years, 5 PM's formula.
अब एक नया फॉर्मूला लाए हैं. ये फॉर्मूला लाए हैं 5 साल में 5 पीएम. हर वर्ष 1 पीएम. वो जितना खजाना लूटना है लूटेगा, फिर दूसरे साल दूसरा पीएम, फिर वो लूट करेगा, तीसरे साल तीसरा पीएम, चौथे साल चौथा पीएम, पांचवें साल पांचवा पीएम. क्यों भाई?
BJP leader and Union Home Minister Amit Shah held public meetings in Jhanjharpur and Begusarai in Bihar. Amit Shah promised to implement Uniform Civil Code if his government comes back to power.
ये कहते हैं हम वापिस आएंगे, मुस्लिम पर्सनल लॉ लाएंगे. अरे लालू जी, आपको वापिस आना भी नहीं है और पर्सनल लॉ आना भी नहीं है. पूरे देश में यूसीसी लागू करने का काम भारतीय जनता पार्टी करेगी. भाइयों, भारतीय जनता पार्टी.
Later in the evening, Home Minister and BJP leader held a roadshow in Guwahati in Assam. BJP President JP Nadda addressed a public meeting at Kotaguden in southern state of Telangana. Opposition parties too are leaving no stone unturned to woo the voters in their favor. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi addressed a rally in Patan in Gujarat. He addressed another public meeting in Bilaspur in Chhattisgarh.
कांग्रेस पार्टी अब एक नई योजना लाई है, महालक्ष्मी योजना. हिंदुस्तान के गरीब परिवारों की लिस्ट बनेगी. करोड़ों परिवार हैं, सबकी लिस्ट बनेगी. हर परिवार में से एक महिला का नाम चुना जाएगा और फिर उस महिला के बैंक अकाउंट में साल के 1 लाख रुपए कांग्रेस पार्टी डालने जा रही है.
Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge along with Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra addressed a joint rally in Sedam in Kalaburgi district of Karnataka. In Uttar Pradesh, Samajwadi Party leader Akhilesh Yadav was in Etah, where he said this election will decide the future of coming generation.
ये 14 में आए थे और 24 में चले जाएंगे. इन्होंने बहुत अन्याय किया है, बहुत लोगों को तकलीफ परेशानी पहुंचाई है.
In Telangana, AIMIM chief and candidate from Hyderabad parliamentary seat, Asauddin Owaisi held a door-to-door election campaign in Hyderabad. Fuzail Ahmed's report for DD India.
So that was a roundup of all the political rallies that were held on Monday. Next, DD India's Sakal Bhatt delves into the political dynamic in Guwahati, the capital of the northeastern state of Assam, ahead of the third phase of election to be held on the 7th of May.
Team Pol Pulse has reached Guwahati. Welcome to the gateway to northeast of India. We are at Kamakhya Temple here in the heart of Guwahati at the top of Nilachal Hills. Kamakhya Temple, one of the most revered and oldest places of worship. Any visit to Assam or perhaps any visit to Guwahati is incomplete without paying visit to this place from where I'm reporting from. Why is it important to vote?
ভোট দিব লাগে কি নাগৰিকৰ কাৰণে নাগৰিকত্ব পাৱাৰ কাৰণে দিব লাগে ৰাইজৰ যাতে ভাল হয় চৰকাৰখন ভাল আহিলে ভাল লাগে
Guwahati is one of the fastest growing and one of the largest cities in the northeastern state of Assam. In fact, one of the important port city or port riverine city on the southernmost banks of mighty Brahmaputra river.
लोग ऐसे वोटर है जो डेवलपमेंट हो जो आपका हम लोग का काम हो जो ऐसे एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन का कुछ काम हो स्किल डेवलपमेंट हो वो सब मुद्दे देख के ही हम लोग वोट करेंगे
अभी जब जो डेवलप दिखा रहा है तो हमको तो उसी को चुनोगे
As far as the youth bulge of Northeast is concerned or youth electorate of Northeast is concerned, they say they play a significant role.
Voting is our right. It's our right to vote and we need to vote for a change.
असम बदल गया है असम बदल रहा है और भी अगर बदले चेंज हो और डेवलप्ड हो तो और अच्छा लगेगा
जो लोग बहुत गांव के अंदर से आते थे आजकल उन लोगों के पास ट्रांसपोर्टेशन की सुविधा है और हेल्थ में जाए तो आप देखिए कि लोग को अच्छा चिकित्सा मिल रही है वहाँ पे
Two issues are, I think, major issues. One is the development issue. Another one is the corruption issue. At one point of time, we have to wait around, say, 40 years for one more bridge on the Brahmaputra. Then again, 15 years for the next one. Now we are getting 3 more bridges within 5 years.
Well, it is once again a very, very intense battle royale between the ruling dispensation of the BJP and the opposition Congress party, of which Assam used to be once upon a time stronghold. This is Sakal Bhatt reporting from Brahmaputra riverfront in Guwahati in Assam with camera person Rahul Chopra for DD India.
All right, we'll get you the full complement of reporters on the ground covering the elections in various states of the country. We'll get you ground reports from Assam, Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Let me first go across to my colleague Tapas Bhattacharya, who is standing by at Kokrajhar in the northeastern state of Assam. Tapas, we saw your report earlier in the day about the Bodo people in Kokrajhar and what it means for the locals. Talk to us a bit, if you will, about the Bodoland agitation so that viewers joining us from around the world know more about Kokrajhar and its recent history. Now, who are the Bodo people? What was the agitation all about and how's the situation now as we speak?
Right, so Bodo people are the one who you could very well say that they are the original, inhabitants of the Kokrajhar or the nearby places. In fact, one of the many tribes in Assam, for that matter, and they have been talking about separate Bodoland in this particular area for a long period of time. In fact, it goes almost way back to 1929 when the Simon Commission, the British Simon Commission came, and the first time they probably put forth their views and their demand, but that didn't work out at that time. And from 60s to 70s and then 80s, it became a major movement, especially quite a volatile student movement, which caused a lot of problem in this particular part of the country. Now, 3 accords have been signed with the Bodoland, Bodo people and the center and the state government. The third one came out in 2020. What I can tell you is that it used to be quite a bloody affair in this part of the state. In fact, 2012, 2014, 2016, there was a lot of ethnic clash that took place, resulting in loss of numerous lives. So it was a pertinent point that the central government and the state government worked to resolve, and the third Bodo Accord kind of sealed that conflict in many ways. And what we can tell you is that in the last 3 to 4 years, there hasn't been any armed conflict. There hasn't been any ethnic clash that took place between Bodo and non-Bodos people, especially the other communities that are prevalent there. In fact, have gained prominence over the last few years. Now, that's in short, that's a summary of the Bodo history. and their struggle and their point. But now coming back to what to expect in this particular general election, what we see is that for the first time we don't see any graffiti or for that matter any question of a separate Bodoland. That's the first in all these years of election that we have seen. What the Bodo people, or for that matter all people from the Kokrajhar in Assam, are asking is development. There is a high literacy level. They are asking for development both in terms of infrastructure, in terms of education, in terms of providing employment. So those are the major things that have come to garner major areas in this particular area. So there is NDLI, there is Congress, and there is BPL. The three, there is a tri-party sort of a fight that is currently going on, and they're working. The people in Kokrajhar are keeping their cards close to their chest to make sure that they vote at the right time and to the right candidate.
All right, Tapas, thank you. That was Tapas Bhattacharya reporting from Kokrajhar in Assam. Right, from Assam, let me now take you to the northern Indian state of Uttar Pradesh and Firozabad in particular, where my colleague Amritpal Singh is standing by. Amrit, if you can hear me, how's the campaigning coming along where you are? What's the political landscape like in the seats that will go to the polls in the third phase of election on the 7th of May?
Ramesh, there's hectic campaigning going on from all political parties, all political players. A sense of the 10 constituencies that are going to polls on the 7th of May, the third phase. It's different from phase 1 and phase 2 in the sense that where phase 1 and phase 2 essentially are very Jat dominated. Jat plays a very important role in Indian politics, more so in Uttar Pradesh. This is a Yadav land, Yadav dominated. Yadavs constitute or are one of the dominant castes in these places: Sambal, Manpuri, Hathras. Though Agra and Hathras are the two constituencies out of the 10 which are reserved. The others like Manpuri, Sambal, these are general constituencies. Now, Yadavs is one factor. Even in areas like Sambal, Muslims are a dominant factor. In Agra, there is a sizable Muslim population. Now, why I mention that? Because Muslim Yadav combined is what is traditionally seen as the vote bank of the Samajwadi Party. The BJP did well here both in 2019 and in 2014. In 2019, they got 8 out of the 10 constituencies that are going to polls. In 2014, at 7. So they are a dominant force, but at most seats, it is a contest between, a two-way contest between the Samajwadi Party and the BJP, while on 3 seats out of the 10, the BSP is also in the fight. So it's a three-cornered contest on at least 3 seats to the BSP candidates on all 10, but it's widely perceived that on 3 they are strongly contesting. Dimple Yadav, the daughter-in-law of Mulayam Singh Yadav, who had won the Manpuri seat in 2019, but then he died, and Dimple won in the bypoll, is again a contestant against BJP's Jaiveer Singh Thakur, who's banking on the Thakur vote or the Rajput vote. So caste is playing a very important role. Of course, there are other issues about development and local issues like where I am in Firozabad. There is a big glass industry, so there are issues, regulatory issues that they're facing in terms of global competition, global supply chains being disrupted because of the ongoing 2 global wars. So those issues matter, but finally, the sense that one gets on the ground is that caste combination is going to play a very important role to decide the outcome of who rules the roost in these states that go to polls on the 7th of May. Ramesh?
Amrit, thank you. That was Amritpal Singh reporting from Firozabad in Uttar Pradesh. So we've covered Assam and Uttar Pradesh. Let me now take you to the central Indian state of Madhya Pradesh, where Akshay Dongre joins us from the capital city of Bhopal. Akshay, if you're with us, give us a flavor of the campaigning in Madhya Pradesh. Any key contests to watch out for in the next phase of election?
Well, the political rallies, the campaigning, the canvassing of the political leaders, making promises, bringing out manifestos and talking about the issues of the local people. The poll campaign has kick-started. In fact, in the second phase as well, seats went for poll. This time around, there are 9 Lok Sabha seats that will be going for polls on 7th of May. Now, when we talk about a key contest, perhaps some of the most important, some of the key contests are here taking place in the third phase, Ramesh, because if we talk about seats including Guna, Vidisha and Rajgarh, they have some heavyweights contesting from these seats. For example, from Guna, the Union Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia, who is from also the royal families of Gwalior, he is contesting from Guna. He was earlier in the Congress party, then he switched to the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have the 3-term Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, contesting for the first time for a Lok Sabha seat from Vidisha, and then we also have a former Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh from the Congress party, Digvijay Singh, who is contesting the election from Rajgarh. So these are some heavyweights that will be contesting election this time around. But when we talk about the political scenario, or rather the history of Madhya Pradesh when it goes for Lok Sabha seats, then it has been heavily dominated by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Because if we look at the last election, 2019, out of 29 Lok Sabha seats, BJP managed to gather 28. Congress just got 1. In 2014, the Bharatiya Janata Party got 27 seats, and Congress party won only 2 seats. And even if you go back further, in 2009, even when the Bharatiya Janata Party had lost and the Congress party had won the Lok Sabha elections, the UPA had won, even then, the state of Madhya Pradesh gave 16 out of 29 seats to the BJP and only 12 to the Congress party. So it is a state that is heavily dominated by the politics of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have been seeing that it has been close to perfect when it comes to winning seats. But this time around, the Congress party has also exerted a lot of force as far as the politics is concerned. But with one of the most popular face of Madhya Pradesh in terms of leadership, that is Shivraj Singh Chauhan, who has been the Chief Minister of the state for last 3 times, barring the one time when the Congress formed the government. But it is going to be extremely important to watch that how the Chief Minister has served for 3 times as the Chief Minister of the state. How will he going for polls, and what will be the response of people from Vidisha? So these are certain seats that will be very interesting to watch. As far as Bhopal is concerned, there is Alok Sharma, the Bharatiya Janata Party candidate, and then Arun Chaudhary from the Indian National Congress that will be going going head to head as far as the elections are concerned in the capital city. But yes, it's going to be quite interesting to see how the state of Madhya Pradesh votes this time around, given the fact that a lot of issues of people that have been there for decades have been solved in the past 10 years.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Akshay, thank you. Akshay Dongre reporting there from Bhopal in